going to show you how to create a perfect family picture in Stampin' Up's My Digital Studio. Now, the first thing you want to know is what size you want your pictures. Are you using these just for Christmas cards, or just for your blog or website, Facebook, or are you going to print a large photo? I'm going to print a large poster to put in a frame. So I'm going to go here to the custom, and I've already measured it. I want it 24 by 16. So that's the size I'm going to do. Now I've already started it, so I'm not going to create a new project. I just wanted to show you how to do that. If you're just using it on cards, go ahead and use whichever size you want. You don't want it to be too different from what your final project is going to be, because that's going to mess with the resolution. So there's what we're going to do. I've already started it here. So here's my blank canvas. Now the first thing I'm going to do is put a photo box on that entire canvas. So just going to drag it. And you'll notice to my left there aren't any pictures here. I've already loaded them on. You can see on the bottom I've already got some things I'm playing with. So you will go through, browse, find the pictures that you want, and then just drag that picture over to your photo box and let go. Now I've come up with, this is one picture that obviously I'm not going to use, but I love her face in it. So I'm going to use that one, and then let's see, this one's kind of my finished product. So I'm just showing you there. In fact, I'm going to delete that. This is what her face looks like in this picture, which is almost perfect. So I'm going to merge these two pictures. Hold on. That's the finished product again. I keep doing that. So I'm going to merge that picture with this picture. So I'm going to merge those two pictures. So then what I'm going to do, this is my almost perfect picture. I've dragged that one over. Then what I'm going to do is just choose from over here the pictures that I want to swap into the faces. So I'm going to choose a new picture that has a better face for her, which is this one. So pretend that's over here, and I'm just going to drag that over. Or actually, I'm going to do another photo box here and drag that photo over into that photo box. That way they're the same size. So then what I'm going to do is just copy and then paste that right on to the nearly perfect picture that I've already got. So copy and paste. So you can see there's two pictures on top of each other here. This is the one on the back. In fact, let's go to layers. The one in the back is the one that is almost perfect, so I'll bring that to the front. This one's almost perfect, so I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm going to go to the one that has just the faces that I want to switch out. The rest of us are close, so I'm just going to switch hers out. I'm going to go ahead and crop that. And I double clicked on it. You can also just go over here to crop under the photo bar over here. So crop, it's the same thing. I'm just going to pull that down. I don't need her hair and her bow. It's pretty close. So I'm just going to get her face. I do want to make it a little bit larger than I think I need, because here we go. She's over here. Pull that over. Put it right on top of the face I want to switch out. Obviously it's not perfect. What I'm going to do now is change that shape to a circle. It's a little bit easier to soften those different lines with a circle. This one has a little bit too much of like her hair over here. I'm going to see if I can fix that just a little bit. Hold on, honey. So that's pretty close. In fact, that's really close. I think I've played with this so much that I just keep getting better and better every time. You can see there's a little bit of a line that I want to soften. So what I'm going to do with that is add the freeform tool over here, which is really awesome. I'm going to add a brush layer, you'll see that it brings up this box. I'm just going to extend that box over her face where I want to color. I think I might even touch up some right there on his shirt. I'm going to change the brush size. I want it pretty small, just so that it's not so obvious. I like it somewhere in between 0 and 5. You can kind of play around with it depending on your picture. I also like to switch the brush to a half circle. It's not quite as obvious. Now, rather than drawing right here, I'm going to make it larger just by zooming in. It doesn't change the resolution here. You're just, it's just giving you a bigger picture to play with. So this one's pretty close, but I'm going to change right here on her chin. So I'm going to use the color picker here. I'm going to match the color, and I'm going to come over and do somewhere on her chin. You saw all those pixels. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be pretty close. So I'm just going to color. Oh, see, that one's a little bit dark. So I'm going to pick this again. You're just going to want to play with it until you get exactly what you want. I'm going to do a little bit lighter. So let's try maybe this one, just a touch lighter. So I'm going to color on it there. It's still a little dark, but it's actually blending pretty well. Now on my printed photo, it gets a little bit light there, so I would want to redo that and just choose it a little bit darker. On my printed photo, it might show up a little bit, but for like a Christmas card, it's going to be perfect. So I'll show you. You'll want to play with that a little bit until you get it exactly how you want it. I'll show you now my finished product. I think this one's my finished product right here. I think I have a couple different ones. There's that one, and there's that one. I've played with a little bit, a couple different things I've done there. So get it to how you want it, and there's my perfect family. Okay, so nothing's perfect, but we can pretend. We can, switch things around a little bit so that it looks like they are. So don't forget to save your project over here and then export it to a JPEG or print it right from My Digital Studio over here. That's an awesome thing about My Digital Studio. Anyway, thanks for watching my tutorial.